right, now it is time to get into TNA Impact here. So yeah, Sting is left in the ring. You hear Kurt Angle say, "Hey, Sting!"
This is the beginning of what could be the greatest overarching fucking segment of any show ever. I mean, this is an underappreciated Kurt Angle fucking thing. I don't know if I've seen anyone ever talk about this. This is incredible. And it's the whole show is going back to this. So it shows Kurt at football game, high school, college, I don't know what it was. And Kurt he's looking at the camera and he says, "Hey, you ready for some football?"
Hey, you like football or what?
Kurt then says, "Oh, if you are, well then I'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. I'll see you on the other side of the break. Hey, Spike's got to make its money too." Whoa, what?
Dude, this 2007 tech is crazy. They have the ability to do this.
This is unreal, and Mike Tenay is confused. He says, "Where the hell is Kurt Angle? What the hell is he talking about?" So we go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Sting is still in the ring staring at Kurt Angle on the Tron. Like, this doesn't change.
This is live via satellite.
Dude, okay, I didn't think it was live until I did. Which there is a very specific point of this where I realized that this is live. So Kurt says, "And I'm back."
How is Kurt keeping up with the commercial break? They're like telling him?
Yeah. He's got an earpiece or a headset on, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, the camera guy's giving the Iggy. Kurt says, "This is Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist and TNA world champion, reporting live on a beautiful California smoggy autumn day. A great day for football." Kurt is in a full suit. He looks insane.
It's got to be so hot. Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's nuts. Kurt says, "Sorry I couldn't be there, but I had some business to take care of. Some family business. More specifically, your family business. Doesn't this field look familiar? Isn't this where your son Garrett plays all those football games?" And I'm like, oh, I don't even... Sting's son gets involved? Like, on this show? I just saw he was in fucking Sting's last match, this guy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, now he's a grown man.
Yeah, he's big as shit, too. Kurt says, "Sorry you went all the way to Florida to beat me up tonight, but the difference between you and me is if I had a son, I'd never miss any of his football games. I'm going to sit in those stands, and I'm going to cheer your son Garrett on. And when he grows up, I got to wonder, is he going to slap other people's wives like you do?"
Holy, dude, when he said that, I said, no way. He went all the way to California because Sting slapped Kurt Angle.
I said, wow, I'm fucking finding out so much right now.
Is he going to slap other people's wives like you do?
He says, maybe I'll ask him after the game. I'm assuming, I'm like, okay, this is like a fucking pre-tape. Kurt's like sent this in to fuck with Sting. This is like an earlier today thing.
That's what I thought, yeah.
So Kurt says that. Sting says, "If you lay a hand on him, Kurt, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you." This is not on mic. Sting just yells that from the ring.
From the ring in the arena towards the Tron, no mic.
"If you lay a hand on him, Kurt, I swear I'm going to kill you." And Kurt says, "Kill me?" What?
Dude, I was so thrown aback by that. I said, wow.
Swear I'm going to kill you. What, kill me?
Because it cuts so drastically. Like, it's to Kurt, or it's to Sting, and it cuts immediately to Kurt. Like, the second he says it, then Kurt says, "Kill me." I said, wait, what? He can, not only does Kurt know when the commercials are and he's calling to them, he can hear the entire building. What the fuck? This guy's a god. So Kurt says, "All I'm doing is watching him play football. Hey, Sting, I'll see you in a huddle. Come on, Garrett, let's go." And then Sting is fucking pissed. And Sting leaves the ring. I said, wow, that was funny as shit. Little did I know, this was only the beginning.
Yeah, Kurt's got a lot here to do at this football field.
He's at the whole game.
So we go backstage. Sting is going into the production truck, and he flips out on his boy Keith.
Yes, Crystal, the backstage interviewer, is trying to get a word with Sting, and Sting's flipping out. He goes in the production truck and he fucking grabs Keith and he says, "You give him a live satellite feed to California? It's my family. It's my son, Keith." And Keith says, "Listen, man, you know I'd do nothing to hurt your family." And Sting says, yeah, it's about the ratings, isn't it?" And Sting
Keith is a big ratings guy. Subscriber Keith.
Keith says nothing to do with the ratings. And then Sting and Keith both look over at the monitors, because there's a bunch of them, and Sting says, Keith, get me a set of headphones. I want to talk to him quick. And Keith says, it's going to take a few minutes. So Sting, the reasonable man that he is, grips Keith up and drags him to the floor to
Makes it go faster.
Give me some headphones now.
All the headphones are under the desk. He drags him on the floor. He says, make it happen now, Keith. And Keith says, get a headset up now, up front for Sting, right now. And then we go to commercial again.
All Sting had to do was go back in the ring. He could talk to Kurt Angle in the ring.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Just wait for him to show up and talk to him.
You're right, Tony. He doesn't fucking heard every word Sting
I'm
fucking
gonna kill
said.
you. What? You're gonna kill me?
So we're still in the production truck, and Sting he now has a headset. And he puts the headset on, and he's yelling. Now, I was like, how the fuck does this, again, to Tony's point, how does this change how Kurt hears Sting? Like, Kurt is not wearing a headset. How does he hear this fucking guy?
He's got an earpiece in, right? And a little invisible one or something.
I guess. Well, Sting says, Kurt, can you hear me? Yes, the fuck he can. We know he can. Kurt, you know you stepped over the line. You've got your own kids, Kurt. I swear if one hair is misplaced on his head, I'm going to do something you're going to regret, Kurt. And I was like, okay, I figured we're going to get the same shot we got before, which was like a close-up of Kurt. The shot they cut to is Kurt Angle is across the field from the camera guy.
He's across the field on the sidelines?
It is the funniest fucking photo ever. You have to see this. He's got a suit and tie on, just standing
And
there.
glasses. And the game is like, the football game is going on.
Yeah, they let him on the sideline.
There's parents in the stands and stuff watching the game.
That's a good fucking point, James. How's he on the sideline?
He's on the sideline talking to Sting from 20 miles out.
And he can hear him.
What was that, Sting? You son of a bitch.
Kurt says, that's the Stinger I wanted to get back. The one with the fire, the passion, the emotion. I had to come all the way to California to get the old Stinger back. And then he cuts to a shot. Now we're in front of Sting, who is fucking wearing this headset. He has full face paint on. And he's holding the headset so like he can hear Kurt better. It's the funniest fucking thing I've
It is
ever
the funniest
seen.
visual ever. I was dying. You told me
I don't think
earlier
it was
before
meant to
I
be
watched-
funny.
No, before I watched it, you said, I'm not going to tell you, but there's a screenshot that is hilarious. And then when I saw it, I immediately messaged you, said, that is funny shit I've
I
ever
was
seen.
so excited for you guys to see this thing with the headset fucking up front shot. It was so goddamn
It's
funny.
so good, yeah. Wow.
That's a father in distress, okay?
Well, James
Stepdad Kurt Angle just showed up and he's being a better dad.
and he's coaching on the sidelines.
He's got plays.
He's going plays. His PA streaks, Gary.
Cover three. Cover three.
So it shows the close-up of fucking Sting, and now we're at a close-up of Kurt. Like, now we're in Kurt's face. And Kurt says, and who said anything about touching anybody? You're the one that likes to slap other people's family members. You call the police to have me arrested? So I guess during all this, Sting called the cops on Kurt. That is what Kurt is saying here.
That
Which
is so fucking
funny.
funny. Yeah, call the police. You slapped my wife.
He called the cops to a fucking football game that Kurt Angle's at the sidelines at, and Kurt says that he told them he was just watching the game and he gave him an autograph and sent him away, and they did leave. This is fucking insane.
Dude, you know what also makes this whole thing funnier is Sting isn't booked in a match on this Impact. He's just
Yeah, he's just
backstage.
there.
So he could have been at his son's game, but he...
Well, he's supposed to face Judas Messina. Oh my God, Tony. You're right. What the fuck?
Yeah, why is he not
He
in
just
this game?
finds excuses not to go to his son's game.
It's a pre-tape day, Garrett.
Sorry, Garrett, I gotta fucking go work.
I gotta make sure,
pretty day.
I gotta make sure Black Rain doesn't get out of control. I gotta...
Yeah,
keep
just in
thinking
case
on him.
Black Rain, Garrett, gets out of hand, not gonna be there.
Garrett.
Well, Kurt says, now if you don't mind, I'm getting back to this game. Let's go, Garrett. He yells this, and Sting rips off the headset, and he's fucking pissed. I mean, this is unbelievable, man.
I mean, this is money.
Sting cannot even imagine he could have went to this game as funny as shit.
Dude, he could have.
Sting barges in, goes right up to Cornette, and grabs him, gets in his face, and says, "What is going on, Kurt Angle, my son? You gotta start talking to me. You gotta tell me something." I don't know why Sting thought Jim Cornette would know why Kurt Angle
Kurt Angle's kicking my son's ass.
You gotta stop him.
Yeah, I gave him TV time. That was my call. I thought he deserved it, yeah.
Cornette says, "I don't know anything more than you do. I'm looking at the monitor. As a matter of fact," and then he slowly turns his head and looks at a monitor on his desk. He's back. And then like a fucking cartoon, like a comedy sitcom. Yeah, sitcom, perfect way to put it. All four of them turn and look, and the camera pans out a little, and the smallest CRT TV of all time is sitting on Jim Cornette's desk, and they all lean in slowly to look at what's going on. So we're back at the satellite feed now with Kurt Angle, and Kurt is now sitting in the stands.
With like real people around him.
Yeah, it's like shoot families. And Kurt says, "This is Howard Cosell reporting to you live from the frozen tundra of California. A very exciting game. A hell of a game. Everybody's going nuts. Garrett Borden having a hell of a game. This is where men are made." And Kurt says, "I'm just messing with you, Sting. Just giving you an update on the game. Also, your friend Larry, the guy you sent here to take care of your problem, me, let's just say he'll be walking with a slight limp for the rest of his life."
Holy fuck. He gave him the ankle lock. He gave him an ankle lock on the football field.
That's why they took him off the sideline. He was fucking kicking this guy's ass. So keeping tabs here. Sting has called the cops on Kurt. Kurt has sent them away. Now Sting has called his friend Larry, who was going to deal with Kurt Angle. Kurt has now broken this guy's leg. He is at a fucking kids football game. Now it's the third quarter, and I got to get back to the game. And the camera zooms in on him, and he goes, "Da-da-da, da-da-da." I couldn't believe it.
He goes, da-da-da. It cuts back to Cornette. "You need to chill out. You need to chill out."
Sting is fucking fuming. Sting is fuming. He says, he's playing mind games with you. He's trying to get in there, and if you let him win, you lose. Which is, that's real shit. If you let him win, you lose.
That's real.
And Sting goes, "Ah!" And he fucking flips the entire table over and yells, "I'm gonna kill him." I wish it would have cut back to Kurt and saying, "Ooh,
you're gonna kill me?
You're gonna kill your friends. What the fuck?" I can't believe how awesome this is.
This is awesome.
I don't know if they wanted it to be like as funny as it was, because I imagine they wanted people to like be like mad with Sting,
like serious. Yeah, but Sting flipping the table is just crazy as shit.
Everything Sting is doing is also funny, but it's not meant to be. And Kurt is just the funniest dude ever. So it's like I can't not root for Kurt.
Sting's in full outfit. He doesn't have a match.
He's got a face paint shirt and gear on. Doesn't have a match. Didn't go to his son's football game.
So it shows Kurt talking up one of the moms in the crowd here.
Dude, he says, "You see that 25? That's my boy out there. Way to go, son." Dude, this is like real families here. Get out of here.
So we go to a pre-tape. Kurt Angle is talking to Vanessa, the cheerleader.
Is live.
Oh yeah, this is a live tape.
Live satellite feed from California with Kurt Angle. And Kurt walks up to a cheerleader and says, "Hi, you wouldn't happen to number 25 Garrett Borden, would you?" And the cheerleader says, "Oh yeah, I do. He's awesome. He's a really good player." And Kurt says, "Really?" "Yeah. Well, his father slapped my wife."
Dude, watching this like with no context of anything, like you never saw him. Like what?
Dude, that might be the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen. Kurt Angle is like the funniest dude ever. His delivery here was unreal.
It's nuts, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, one of the best players.
Well, his father slapped my wife.
Well, his father slapped my wife.
She goes, "Oh."
He just walks away and starts talking to the camera. By the way, let's establish this, by the way. Sting did not hit his wife. It was a lie.
Well, who am I to say that Kurt's a liar here? I mean, this is a man's scorn.
That's true. I think maybe Karen was the one that said it. Karen said, "Hey, Sting hit me," and Kurt just started kicking his ass.
You slapped my wife?
That is so goddamn fucking funny. Yeah. So then he walks away
He's
from
one
this
of
girl.
the best players in the game. He's just so good. He's great. Yeah? Well, his father slapped my wife. And now I'm going to slap your son's ass.
Dude,
What?
this
What
is
now?
insane.
What did you say?
Kurt walks away and he looks into the camera and he says, Sting, the game's almost over. And I'm going to be the first one to congratulate your son. And I'm going to give him the congratulatory slap on the ass they gave him after big games. But don't worry, I'm going to do it in private.
What?
I'm going to slap your son's ass in private.
I don't want to embarrass him. You know how kids are his age. Plus, who likes being slapped? I know my wife Karen didn't like being slapped with everything you had.
That is so funny.
This is the funniest segment I've seen in a minute. Like, legit funny as fuck.
Dude,
Who likes being slapped? Not my wife.
Kurt Angle's delivery is just on point. Oh, he is so good. He is so good at the way he delivers.
everything you had is
Oh my
so
God.
egregious.
Wow, that is like, dude.
Oh,
This segment caught me
funny.
so off guard, dude. Wow, this was so funny. I'm gonna slap your son's ass in private. Oh man, that is fucking funny.
Kurt
Wow.
Angle's the goat here.
Yeah,
Oh.
man. Unbelievable.
I can't believe I've I must have watched this, but I have no fucking recollection of this, and I've never seen anyone talk about it.
No, me neither. That's why the show was caught me off guard so funny. Who likes being slapped? No, my wife.
No, my wife with everything you had.
That is the funniest thing I've ever fucking. Yeah, he's one of the best players in the game. Yeah, well, his father slapped my wife.
Holy fuck.
It's
You
even
know she's
funnier
going to
that he
school to
didn't.
talk about that. She'll tell all the other children.
Dude, yeah, it's a lie, James. It didn't happen.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Holy shit. That's a total wife guy, by the way. He just like straight
Major
up
wife
said,
guy,
you did
yeah.
it.
So we go back to the satellite feed. Kurt Angle is now seemingly sitting on the floor in the parking lot. It was very
Been
low
a
to the
long
ground.
game.
Yeah, I guess so. And Kurt looks at the camera and says, Sting, your son had an amazing game. He had 3 touchdowns, 16 solo tackles. Not that I was keeping tabs.
Dude,
He's
that
an
is
incredible
insane.
athlete.
What the fuck? 3 touchdowns and 16 solo tackles.
He's a
The hell is he
beast.
playing?
He's best ever.
He's an incredible athlete, just like his old man, or at least how it used to be 10 years ago. And they show a shot of Sting. I don't know what room this is. I guess it's one of the locker rooms. He's just stanced up, crazy, staring down at a CRT TV. It cuts back to Kurt, and Kurt says, you got to realize why I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this is because at Bound for Glory, I want to face the old Sting. The one that never quit. The one that when he said he'd something, he meant it. And regrettably, the only way I'm going to bring that old Sting back is by doing what I have to do now. And he takes his glasses off and he says, plus, I'm pretty pissed off that you slapped my wife.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, dude.
Plus, I'm still pretty pissed off you slapped my wife. There he is.
And Kurt gets up off the ground and he runs up to Garrett Borden, who is running away from him now. He's full sprint, chasing him through the parking lot to get to his car. And he stops him before he gets to the car. And Garrett says, this has nothing to do with me. And Kurt says, this has everything to do with you. Your father slapped my wife. Garrett then hits Kurt with the car door and he says, my father didn't touch your wife and you know it. And Garrett gets in the car. Kurt runs up and says, get back here. And he grabs him, reaches into the car and drags him out and puts him in a chokehold. And he looks at the camera and says, Sting, I'll leave the rest up to your imagination. And he pie faces the camera. And that's how the show fucking ends.
Dude, the way that Garrett says that at the end of the thing is so fucking funny. He hits him with the car door and says, my father didn't touch your wife and you know it.
My father didn't touch your wife and you know it. Get back here.
Your father slapped my wife.
I mean, this might be the most underrated, like, overarching thing I've ever seen in TNA.
This segment only worked because Kurt Angle was doing it. You know what I mean? Like anyone else doing it wouldn't have worked, but he just made
James
it.
mentioned earlier, I bet it was fucking, this is all Kurt, too.
Yeah, Kurt
No,
said I
yeah,
got some funny
guaranteed.
shit I want to rock off real
What a
quick.
fucking fun show, though.